Welcome to Gaming Fit and welcome to another video, guys. So we have to talk about Ubisoft. And I promised you I'm going to rage. I'm going to rant about Ubisoft because this company is totally failing. This company is totally failing and it needs to change something. So Guillemot, the CEO of Ubisoft, and his brothers, they have to change something. So disclaimer, I am invested in Ubisoft. And at the moment I'm not happy because I'm down, and you know my portfolio update, so I'm down around about 4,000 euros. So that's actually also a lot of money for Mr. Orange. So I'm not happy about this because I thought like around about the 18, 20 euros, I thought like, so they understood it. So Guillemot actually said he understood the problems and he started working on the debt. He started to have deals with Tencent. Yeah, we don't like this. I don't like this either. But it gave him some more cash, and he said, "Yeah, we're going to grow again." But they're not growing. They're not growing. So the stock, there's a real issue. There's a real issue. So the company is actually too big. It's a too big company. They have too many studios. They have weird policies in the company, weird ESG policies that don't make any sense and that destroy most of their games in recent times. So people complain so much about this. So they think like they're going to make very inclusive games, but it's simply not working. So guys, you see, I'm already ranting. So therefore, Ubisoft needs to change, and I'm not the only person that says it. So there's also an open letter by some hedge fund from I think it's from Slovakia. This is the open letter by this hedge fund, and they analyzing here from Bloober. So from Slovak Republic. So now you say, Slovak Republic, what are they telling us? So hey, why not? Those people, they looked at the company and they say some smart stuff. We're going to check out this letter also here in this video and see what if this actually makes sense. So let's go back to the chart. So before we go to this hedge fund letter, so look where we are, guys. So we broke actually today. We broke through the 15 euros. So to this line, more or less, we broke already a bit more, but we're not able to uphold the 15 euro line, better said. So we had 13 euros 67, 7.13% alone down today. So we're heading actually to the 11.30 support line around about here. I would say 11 euros, 11.30. So this looks very strong from an investor point of view. But I mean, what is it helping? What are those support lines helping us if a company is messing up so big? Because look, guys, this company once has been, oh my god, it's so far up here, like 105 years, and now you're at under 14 euros. So something massively is wrong. But I'm also always saying with Ubisoft, so look at the long-term chart. Once they went down to 180 in the dot-com bubble, then in the 2007 financial crisis, they were in the top 133 for 34 euros, and then also the low was at 350. So honestly, guys, so I'm actually very much afraid. So if I would follow this pattern here, I'm very much afraid that we could fall to the 650 to the 6 euros. So that we go to the 3 euros. Yeah, I doubt this. I mean, this company, come on, this would be simply be crazy. So, but that we go to the 650, it's everything is possible. Everything is possible. So why would this not happen? Why would this not happen? I don't know. I mean, there's so much negativity. The company is shorted like crazy. The Guillemot family blocks any acquisition, holds very dearly on the stocks. They want to have more power in the stocks, so they buy up the free float of 70%. They buy more than they have done together with Tencent, more than 30% already. So they have already a lot of stakes in the company. So a lot is going on. So something needs to change. They have great IPs and they could develop much better games and focus on what the majority gaming community actually likes to see. So also here, if we go, for example, on Google Finance, so the lowest point today, my friends, was 1334. I mean, what the heck? How low is this? I mean, you really have to imagine. So we lost 86%. So this is not a penny stock. This is not a penny stock. This is not some small Swedish, French, Polish little company. This is Ubisoft. This is one of the oldest gaming companies in the world, my friends. One of the oldest gaming companies in the world. And look at this chart. Yes, now you say, yeah, but Mr. Orange, look, all the French companies suck today. Yes, it's true. All the French companies are not looking very well today. So that's a majority. A major issue. That's a major issue as well. So if I go back here to the chart and I like to find the CAC 40, say ooh. Now can't find it here, symbol. Nah. So obviously not so easy to find here. Well. So P ratio here 11. That's not high. 1.72 billion euros market cap. So this was at 1472 previous close, so I guess. So here it's written they have employees of 19,000 people. So if you look at the income statement annually, that's terrible. I mean, if this is now true, so if it was really into 2024 until now, it's positive 157 million. I think it was, if I remember the earnings correctly. Yeah, fine. 2023 catastrophe, 22 catastrophe. So those are really not good numbers. If we look here, going back to 2020, even then the numbers were terrible. So how is this possible, guys? So also cash flow also is still negative, 262 in 24, a bit positive in 23, negative in 2020, 21 was positive. Yippee, guys. So net income in 2024 to 23, 130% up. Sounds good, but is it really good? Is it sustainable? I mean, that's always the question we have to ask ourselves. So who is the CEO? This is the CEO. So 64-year-old Yves Guillemot. All respect, monsieur. All respect. You did well in your life. You did well. But what happens that the company, that the stock price is where it is now? What happened? And also, why are you not changing it? Why are you not changing it? There was a workplace misconduct scandal, blah blah blah. All of this very interesting, but that's not important. That's not important. Union workers at Ubisoft Paris, that's not important. Honestly, I mean, I respect people that are in a union, but video games employees being in a union, so now I get attacked probably from all the lefties. But guys, that's not how it goes. So the company has to make money. And if a French company is not able to restructure the personnel and see if they can save some money, and unfortunately, which will be hurtful for some personnel, then I mean, then no one invests in this company, and then this reflects actually here in the stock price. So to say, but then it's good, everyone has a job, guys. I mean, if the company is not producing one hit after another and not making profits, then people will lose their jobs on other reasons. So therefore, always keep in mind, restructuring is a useful tool to save a company and to save a lot of jobs. So, but obviously you can't save every job. So when Elon Musk was taking over Twitter, he kicked out so many people, and Twitter still functions. So maybe it's time for Ubisoft also to do this and start with the people that are putting the ESG rules into the game. Start with those people. Start with the story writers, and focus on gameplay. Focus on fun gameplay, on great graphics. So that's what people want to see. So the stories is not the majority aspect that people want to see in a Ubisoft game. So here I'm ranting, I'm raging, I'm angry. So here Ubisoft being pressured to go private as share prices continue to fall. It's not really correct here, but yeah, if we go through this to the letter, let's go to the original letter, go here, then we see this is an open letter, and I like this. So key points here is that dissatisfaction with the leadership. So AJ Investment expresses frustration here with Ubisoft current leadership, particularly the Guillemot family and Tencent, for blocking potential acquisition, and this is what they did, and strategic moves. So therefore they call for action. They propose either taking Ubisoft private with a buyout or or selling it to a strategic investor, criticizing the company's undervaluation and inefficiency. So I'm criticizing the inefficiency since a long time, and I think, I mean, at this prices, we're getting close to some sort of undervaluation. Focus on core IPs. They recommend to focus on successful franchises like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and all the other successful ones, and they cut out the non-core studios. So then they also hiring a new CEO, restructure Ubisoft personnel, and then they proxy fight. They say plan to gather support from minority shareholders to initiate proxy fight to force change. So this is what we call activist investors, and sometimes it's good to have an activist investor that can push the management a bit, and maybe it doesn't have to come to any of those things that this activist investor now suggests, proposes, wants to see. It doesn't have to come to this because the Guillemot family in Tencent, big shareholders, they can actually take those decisions themselves, so that's very important. So however, we believe that Ubisoft at the current valuation is deeply undervalued and should be worth between 40-45 euros per share. 40-45 euros per share. Let's see. So 45, around about here, 22. So 70% down since 45 shares. So if we go there, no, not working. So yeah, this would be great. Have a buyout at 40-45 euros, so then I would actually also make some money on this chess. Ubisoft at current state is mismanaged and shareholders are hostages of Guillemot family members and Tencent who take advantage of them. Management is focused on pleasing investors with beating quarterly results and not focusing on long-term strategy to provide exceptional experience for the gamers. Our company has extensive knowledge about the gaming industry and we were long-term shareholders in Activision Blizzard. Me too. And we started our Ubisoft position a couple weeks ago and still adding to it. Smart guys. Honestly, smart guys. They were not invested in Ubisoft as they write here before, but just some weeks ago they were starting. So here they write, for example, the Rainbow Six is doing great. Nevertheless, franchises such Rayman, Splinter Cell, For Honor, Watch Dogs are sleeping for years despite these games are loved by millions of players all around the world. And then they say Star Wars Outlaws was released prematurely, but the game itself, the rating on Metacritic on IGN is quite good still in the end, they say. So to support our thesis, Deutsche Bank here suggests that Ubisoft has 67% discount to the peers, which is concerning. If this is the case, it's concerning. So I'm not a financial advisor, my friends. You notice I'm a gamer and an investor and YouTuber. So for me, if they tell me this, I can believe it or not. So I can't really control this so good. So therefore, don't always take it with a grain of salt. And buying now into Ubisoft, guys, I don't know. And I'm not going to recommend here anything. So I think you have to take your own decisions here. So if we compare Ubisoft with valuation with its peers, such as Electronic Arts, Take-Two, Roblox, Embrace, and Playtika, so they say Ubisoft is significantly undervalued based on EV sales and EV EBITDA, as well as book value per share. This is attractive entry point for investors, but Guillemot and Tencent are blocking any potential move. So if investors would speculate on an acquisition, then probably stock would go higher here. But the acquisition cannot happen because Guillemot and Tencent are blocking. Therefore, the stock is like in this, at this low point. So we look closely on the table below. So EV EBITDA is 2.9 times. Meanwhile, Take-Two and Electronics have 15 times and 13 times respectively. This sounds very nice. Underperformance of Ubisoft is cause for concern, especially considering the potential Ubisoft has with its strong portfolio of intellectual property, such as Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, Far Cry, Tom Clancy, Star Wars, Avatar, etc. It is clear that the current management led by Guillemot family has not been able to unlock the potential or provide satisfactory returns to minority shareholders, retail investors, or pension funds that are invested. So change in strategic direction. So share price of Ubisoft decreased more than 40%. So change the CEO. That's very interesting. Management, government. The control exercise in September 2022 by Tencent and Guillemot family has effectively blocked potential acquisitions and partnerships that could have been beneficial for the company and its shareholders. More recently, in 2020, private equity firms such as KKR and Blackstone expressed interest in acquiring Ubisoft, but were unable to proceed due to existing agreements that prevent any single entity from gaining control over Guillemot and Tencent's consent. So the pattern of blocking potential acquisition has prevented much needed restructuring and revitalization that will benefit all the stakeholders of Ubisoft. So, and then the Guillemot family got credit, and then they were buying more than 3% of the stake for 19 euros per share. So, but nice shares are also lower now, you would say. Then in March 28, Tencent initially acquired 5% stake in Ubisoft as part of a strategic partnership. So Tencent invested 300 million in Guillemot Brothers Limited, acquiring 49.9% economic stake and 5% voting rights in the holding company. So that's the company that holds the shares in Ubisoft. This investment was made at the valuation 80 euros per share for Ubisoft, increasing Tencent's direct stake in Ubisoft to 9.99%. This transaction valued Guillemot Brothers at 640 million. So actually the Guillemot Brothers, the investment vehicle for the Guillemot Brothers in Ubisoft, got a little boost here, guys. So February 23, Guillemot Brothers Limited entered into a repurchase agreement to acquire up to 4 million shares, representing 3.5% of Ubisoft's total share capital. These shares were bought at roughly 19 euros. I just talked about this, so here's the information. So here you see a chart. And yeah, I can put this letter, I can put it in the description. So we believe that Guillemot family and Tencent are discounting potential value of the Ubisoft in order to buy more shares at lower valuation and eventually take full control of the company at heavily discounted valuation. We value the great work that has been done by the Guillemot, by the Guillemots over the decades in Ubisoft, but now it's time to move on. So the English is a bit, it's not so good. I should have used some ChatGPT and restart the business with new shareholder approach and new management. This is what happened on February 2023 when Guillemot entities acquired more than 4 million shares of Ubisoft with the money from Tencent. In our view, recent delays of certain titles creating uncertainty amongst investors is beneficial for Guillemot and Tencent in order to acquire more shares at even discounted valuation, as Ubisoft is currently trading close to 15 euros. So we talked about this. So Guillemot family, Tencent own now more than 25% shares, so and 29.63% of the voting rights. Ubisoft, as the table shows below, so minority shareholders own roughly 70% of the company. Based on our talks with other shareholders, we believe that we have enough voting power to challenge Guillemot. So operational efficiency or effectiveness. Ubisoft cost structure and staffing levels are not aligned with its peers in the industry, in our view, which causes significantly higher fixed cost than peers. Companies such as Electronic Arts, Take-Two, Activision have much higher revenues and profitability with lower staff and studio talent. Very important element. Despite having fewer blockbuster titles, Ubisoft employs over 17,000 people compared to EA with 11,000, Take-Two with 7.5 thousand, Activision 9.5 thousand. So in terms of financial performance for the fiscal year, EA reported revenue of approximately 7.43 billion with a net profit of 1.58 billion. That's incredible. Take-Two had a revenue of 5.35 billion with a net profit of 930 million. Activision Blizzard was at 8.8 billion with a net profit of 2.2 billion. Activision Blizzard really pulls it. Oh my god, guys. Ubisoft had a revenue of 2.4 billion, which is okay, with a net loss of 60 million. So they didn't make any money. So the company needs to implement significant cost reductions and staff optimization to improve operational efficiency. We also suggest that Ubisoft should consider selling certain studios that are not needed for development of main IPs in the portfolio. Ubisoft has over 30 studios. It's obvious to every investor that this structure is too large for Ubisoft and its profitability going forward. So that's the proposal and the proposal that I just mentioned, guys. So, oh my God. So what do you think about this letter? What do you think about this letter? So I totally agree. We need cost reduction and staff optimization. Talked about this. Focusing core IPs, I think is very important. Management changes, I absolutely agree. This is also important. Taking the company private for a fair price. So yeah, that's now of course then some fund. Some big fund that wants to cash in. So they buying now with 13-14 euros, and then it goes private, and they say, yeah, give me 40 euros for my shares, and then take it private, and then it's all good. So that's not necessarily for me what is needed, but if it goes private at 40-45 euros a share, then I would be also satisfied, since I would have made some money. So for me, it's important to actually be invested in companies where I make money in the end, and buying undervalued stocks is something that I also like to do a lot. I also have some stocks that are extremely highly valued, but the more undervalued a stock is, the more I start liking to buy some more. But this is now the question. Is it just undervalued? What is the main problem of Ubisoft? Is it really that it cannot be acquired, an issue? Is it really weak numbers? I would say it is definitely weak numbers. The numbers are not good, and therefore the stock is actually undervalued. So this has to change as well. But in order to change the numbers, you have to change also the structuring. In order to change the policy, the direction of the company, the CEO, probably CEO, it would be better having a new CEO. I mean, you don't have to, I mean, just move on. Just move on. Let's put it like this. Just move on. So all of this, in my opinion, makes total sense. Otherwise, my friends, I mean, where is this stopping? Again, where is this stopping? Is this now stopping at 10 euros? Fine, from a chart perspective, not bad. It's stopping at 8 euros, at 6 euros, as I said before. I mean, come on, guys. This has to stop. It can't continue like this. Today was actually a very good day at the stock market. So seeing actually my Ubisoft stocks, after I thought like it goes back up, and seeing actually we're breaking through all those support lines that we have, and we break through them like they're out of mousse au chocolat. So like we were going through beurre there, like a salt that goes through butter. So that's actually as it is. So yeah, guys. All right, long video, a bit raging. So no financial advice. Definitely don't buy the stock now. I really mean this. So this is no financial advice, and let me just suffer having losses in the stock, and therefore I'm angry. I'm a retail investor that is angry because he is losing his money in the stock, and the CEO has to change this. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. So that's what I mean. So I know a lot of you retail investors that are also in Ubisoft. You also want Ubisoft to change. There are things that can be changed quickly. There are things that can't be changed so quickly. So, but let's change what we can change quickly. So that's maybe the most important part. So thank you very much for watching, and please help my channel, comment, like, and subscribe. And if I have longer videos, so please don't hesitate to watch the full video. Please watch the full video 2 times, 3 times speed. Watch the full video. So this is helping me at the moment, since I need more watch time from you guys. That's what I'm honestly telling you. So as you know, I'm a very transparent, honest person. I'm always telling you what I think about stocks, and that's, I think, is the most important part. When you have a YouTube channel, it's not for me to brag here about anything. So therefore you see actually my losses in my portfolio. So that's honesty, and I think this is what people want to see and to hear in the end. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.